without further ado, let's go directly to the actual content of today. And it's pipe that we are going to talk about first. The operator pipe, when you should use it and how you should use it. And there will be some examples. So the operator pipe or pipeline is used to chain commands. Pipes are used when you want to take the output from one command and use it as input for another command. And when you see it, it's symbolized like this, the vertical line. And often people say we pass the output to another command. It is true that in many cases you could do this with intermediate files or files, but usually it's better to just combine the command with one or more pipes. They are very useful and we will see why. So the syntax. You could have one command and then you pipe it to another command, and so on. You can have many commands that receive the output of the previous command. And there will be some Linux commands in this section that I use to illustrate how the pipes work. And we all covered those in the basic Linux course. And they are listed in prerequisites. And if you need them, they are explained here in some more detail than they were on that page. So examples of piping. And here I would like you to type along. So if you didn't fetch this tarball, then please do so. And inside of the tarball, when it's extracted, you have this directory. And there are some subsections, and in this case, we're going to use the subsection or subdirectory piping wc cut. So I'm going to go into that. And here there are some various files that I have created in an attempt to make them useful to illustrate these commands here. And I will just wait one more minute while people get hold of this tarball, so you're not behind. Okay, so let's continue. So in the case of using just one pipe to list all files and directories and give it as input to more, this is something I might do. Maybe not with ls, but definitely the command more is one I regularly use with other commands because it's often that you have some output that is quite long, and when that happens, you simply would like to only get one screen full at a time. Now, there isn't that many files in this directory, so I'm going to make a smaller window. And then I'm going to go to the same directory. And then I will first do ls minus l. And you'll see here it is longer than one screen. So what I would do instead is I would put a pipe on then send the output to more. And that means that you will be able to see the output one screen at a time. And you can hit the space bar in order to see the next screen full. And it could be there were many. So that would be useful if you had a lot of files and you wanted to see all of them without just scrolling by fast. So another way or another thing you might do is that you would like to sort this list of files by size. Now ls itself has some flags, some options. That means you can do many of these things, but I'm just going to use ls-l as an output, as a command to get some output, even though it could do this itself. So let me go back to the bigger one here and say ls-l, and then I'm piping it to the sort command. And sort, I will sort that by size. And I want to see like this. So as you can see here, it now got sorted by size. And the way it sorts by size is not the regular one, but more lexicographically. And that probably is not what you would want. And one other thing you could do, yes, with ls, it has the flags -l minus capital S, and then it will do the same thing, but you wouldn't have control of how it was sorted. So you can get that with sort instead. And yeah, it was lexicographically. If you wanted it in reverse order, you could add this command here. Let's first see what it does. You see here is how ls sorts it by default. And let's then sort it reversely with sort. So you can take the output from ls, and I forgot to do something. Let's see what I forgot. I forgot to put a minus in front of it. So you can see here, now you actually get it sorted the way you want to. There should be a dash in front of the n. The n is for numerically, and that is how you sort it. If you actually wanted to see the biggest files, and that would often be what you want. So let's try and write a few lines with echo, and then sort the output. As you know, echo will take what you write and output it to the screen. So I will first do clear, so that you have a better chance of seeing it. And then I'm going to say echo, and then I will just write some text. Okay. And then I am going to end it, and then I'm going to sort it. So I pipe this to sort. And that means that it's now going to sort it like this, as you can see here. So I wrote these lines here, and it sorted it alpha, alphabetically is the word I'm looking for. And yes, it's a simple example, but you can see why it would be useful for other things. So what if you would like to see only the middle of it? Sorry, I have allergies. I took some medicine, but it's not working yet. Um, so there is this file, new file text. I'm first going to show you what's inside of it. And it looks like this. And let's assume it was a very long file, and you actually wanted to only see the middle of it. So you can first pipe this output here to head, and let's take the 3 first lines. And then we are taking that output, and piping it to tail and taking the last two lines. So then it looks like this. So you can see here, first these three lines, and then the last two lines of that three lines. And it works as expected. And you could, of course, also do it with any other command, for instance, ls. So if ls looks like this here, and you have a number of lines, and let's take the middle of it. And you see here you took those three lines and then those two last lines of those three lines. And there are many other commands here you can test it with to see that it actually does what you expect. So I will take them first one at a time. ls minus l does this here. Then ls minus l, and let's take the last 14 here, and then sort it numerically. So like that. As I said, there is no real limit to how many things you can pipe, or many times you can use pipe. As long as there's output, you can send it to some other command and continue that. So this here, find in the directory you are in, the types file, and with the name, in the name, it should have this .text. And you can see here with an ls, there are quite many files that would fit that. So let's try just this first part here. And there it finds all the files that has .text. We could sort it, which is done here. And then let's just take the last 4, 5, whatever. And then you get that. So I guess you have now seen that it's possible to simply send the output to how many other commands that you want to. And here is an even longer one where you also take these files, you sort them, you take the 4 first, and then you send it to a file list.text, and you use T for that, and T also by default will output to the screen. So I can simply copy this here to get this file here. That will let's do on list, and you can see it contains the exact same thing as it outputted. So I have a few exercises that I would like you to do. I'll just check on the time. I think we have time to do 5 minutes of exercises. Let's do that.